For every age, there is a time of trial. The rocks faced such a fire before they were the strength beneath our feet. The plants braved vast winds before their roots could give us life. As a sage of considerable years, I have known only one such great ordeal. Yet the hero it created was a champion for all time. Today's the big day, Jak. I hope you are prepared for whatever happens.
I think I figured out most of this machine. It interacts somehow with that large precursor ring. I just hope we didn't break anything moving it here to the lab.
Easy for you to say. We did all the heavy lifting.
Daxter! Don't touch anything! Though the precursors vanished long ago, the artifacts they left behind can still do great harm.
Or great good, if you figure out how to use them.
I've had some experience with such things. I know you can make it work.
Looks like Jak still got the mojo.
Interesting. It appears to be reading out some preset coordinates.
Wow, look at that.
Finally, the last rift gate has been opened.
What are those things?
So this is how it happened.
You cannot hide from me, boy.
Do something, Jak!
What's this do? Or that? How about this one? Everybody press all the buttons.
What was that thing?
Hang on, everyone!
I want on this thing!
Find yourself, Jak!
Okay, I swear, that's the last time I ever touch any stupid precursor crap!
There he is. Move in. Step away from the animal.
Ah!
Forget the rat. The Baron wants him. We've been waiting for you.
Don't worry, Jak. I'll save you before you know it.
Jak Eco injection cycle complete. Bio readings nominal and unchanged.
Nothing. I was informed that this one might be different.
He is surprisingly resistant to your experiments, Baron Praxis. I fear the Dark Warrior program has failed.
You should at least be dead with all the dark eco I pumped into you.
What now? Metalhead armies are pressing their attacks. Without a new weapon, my men cannot hold them off forever.
I will not be remembered as the man who lost this city to those vile creatures! Move forward with a final plan, and finish off this thing tonight.
As you wish. I'll be back later.
Ding ding, third floor. Body chains, roach food, torture devices. Hey buddy, you seen any heroes around here? Whoa, what'd they do to you? Jak, it's me, Daxter. That's a fine hello. I've been crawling around in this place, risking my tail, literally, to save you. I've been looking for you for 2 years. Say something, just this once.
I'm gonna kill Praxis!
Shh. Right now, we gotta get you out of here. Just let me figure out how to open the security locks for your chair so I can... Or, you can do it. Jak, easy now. Easy, buddy. It's your old pal Daxter, remember?
Daxter?
What the heck was that? Sheesh! Remind me not to piss you off. Come on, tall, dark, and gruesome. We're out of here. I brought you some new threads. Put them on.
Jesus Christ! I mean, do I really have to say anything? I mean, just, you go from the last game and like you got the store, you know, there was some stuff at stake, but you know, still fairly happy-go-lucky, and you know, it's all colorful and mysterious, and now it's all, Christ. Oh well, still cool. What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Omega, and welcome to Let's Play Jak II. Jak II Renegade. I'm not sure if it has that title anywhere overseas, but you know, it's cool. So yeah, but I mean, just look at all this. I mean, starting off, it's all very, very different than the Jak and Daxter you may be used to at this point. I mean, everything's, I mean, it doesn't look so, you know, ancient architecture and, you know, just simple villages and stuff anymore. No, this is all, we got technology and computers and metal. Like, metal everywhere. And whatever the hell this green stuff is coming out of the vents, I don't think I want to breathe that in. And Jak, I mean, yikes. I mean, the hair's cool, the goatee's cool, the new outfit's cool. God damn, to see what he did before? Anyway, I think our first little bit of business should probably be getting the hell out of here before anything else happens to us.
Do you remember how to jump?
Oh, Daxter. I missed you giving me tutorials left, right, and center. He lied. But right off the bat, you may be happy to know that for the most part, this controls exactly like Jak I did. So we can still jump, double jump, dive, spin, punch, roll this way, roll, jump, high jump, all that good stuff. So that's all still here. These things are still here too, precursor orbs.
These precursor orbs are worth a lot now. We might find a few hidden around, or get some doing difficult tasks. We'll be able to buy stuff with them.
Yeah, it is as Daxter said, precursor orbs are not the main collectible MacGuffin. Well, actually the main collectible MacGuffin in the last game was power cells, and precursor orbs were the currency, but yeah, precursor orbs are nowhere near as plentiful this time around. And we'll be getting into that a little more as we go ahead. Going through this way here.
Please tell me you remember how to roll.
God damn, it's dark. I'm gonna need to mess with the brightness of my TV. I don't remember it being this dark. I've been playing this game since I started gaming. Well, almost. The alarm's been set off. Anyway, we've got another precursor orb up here. Which, you know, is always good. I'm always down for the optional collectibles. I mean, you guys know that already. I'm kind of a completionist whore at this point. Why do you think I'm doing a whole series where I complete every single Pokedex? Oy. Anyway,
That's a high ledge. Try jumping once, then jump again while in the air to reach that one.
Thank you, Daxter. Anyway, the starting area for us, this the fortress, at least the prison area of this fortress. Anyway, there are a total of 8 precursor orbs for us to collect, so let's keep a lookout for them as we make our escape.
There are lots of Crimson Guard crates lying around for the taking. Break that crate. Good job. The crate had a health pack inside. Pick it up. You'll want to keep healthy, Jak, or who'll do the fighting?
Alright, so these health crates here are pretty much the return of Green Eco in a sense. I mean, Green Eco was just health and not much else in the first game anyway, so yeah.
You are in a restricted sector. This sector is on high alert.
Everyone just wants to interrupt me today. But that dark purple gooey looking stuff.
Before you jump, you'll go higher. You'll need a high jump to reach the top of this ledge, Jak.
Yes, Dax, I got it. Yeah, that but the purple stuff. That's, oh, that's gonna be that's gonna be fun to play around with later. Believe you me. Oop.
Dodge, Jak. Do your stuff.
Well, our first encounter with a Crimson Guard there, and yeah, it was a pushover. There was nothing. Oh, here's another guy. Oh. Oh. Okay. I was wondering why I wasn't doing any damage to him there, but no, he actually suffered full damage there. That may be useful to you for you to know for later, so keep that in mind. The precursor orb up above this terminal here. Another thing you all remember from the last game is spinning in midair will give you a little extra airtime, which is always useful. And more of the purple stuff. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Jak Eco. We saw Jak Eco in the last game as well, and normally instantly killed us, but now we're absorbing the stuff. Maybe that has something to do with whatever the hell happened to us in the opening cutscene there. Anyway, these poles are here. You may remember these poles from a couple areas back in Jak and Daxter 1, the boggy swamp, and spider cave. Oh, shit. Okay, no good. We are good. We are all fine and dandy, like cotton candy. We don't even call it cotton candy in Australia. Anyway.
You can get a longer jump by rolling into it.
Nah. Yeah, there's solid ground down here with our fourth orb, which is great. Let's get back on up here, and I guess we'll actually do what the tutorial wants us to. So, yep. L1 to duck. Duck while moving, you roll. Jump while rolling. Long jump, as usual. And just a regular old spin jump will do the trick there. Alright, watch yourself in here, because there are plenty of guys below us, and they're shooting us from below. Board number 5. Now, if you just keep moving, and maybe after a few jumps in there, you should dodge everything just fine. Alright, now we dive through this.
You'll crash down to the ground hard enough to break lots of things. Breaking stuff's fun, right?
You know, Dax, if it wasn't obvious by the fact that I've done a lot of the stuff before you told me, it's a pretty good indicator that you don't need to talk. 6th orb behind that little pillar there.
I've been on duty for 2 days straight. Don't complain. I got sword patrol next week. Ah, you poor bastard. Which commander did you piss off?
Sewer patrol, eh? God damn. And look at that, he's actually throwing around the words bastard and piss off. This is edgy now. This is so edgy. Stop blasting on Linkin Park. I never thought I'd make that joke. Linkin Park's my favorite band. I'm not edgy or emo myself, I just love them. But anyway, no escape, you say? Well, this place, I think, needs a good plumber. Health if we need it, which we don't. 7th orb down this way. And over in this corner, another little pile of crates. And our last orb for the area up in here. Spinning at the top of a double jump is the best way to get up in this area. And we have all 8 precursor orbs that we can get in the fortress. And that's actually it. We'll be coming back to this fortress area later on in the game and explore different parts of it, but these are all the orbs that are in this entire area, even the parts we haven't explored. So, yeah, good job, guys. High five. I just high five myself. That's called a clap. Anyway. But real quick, look at this fancy new pause menu we got here. Missions. I probably shouldn't have, did that to kind of spoil what's happening next. But yes, this game is actually very story-based and very mission-based, but we'll get more into that later. We got a map of the area. We've gone through a fair bit. Yeah, various options, game records, high scores, sorry, that I'll show off later. But this is what I want to show off, secrets. This is what the precursor orbs are for in this game. Now, there's a total of 286, I think. There's a lot. But yeah, these are what they are for. Now, we don't have to collect all of them unless you want the platinum trophy in the remasters, but they are used to unlock these secrets. And the first one we get for 5 orbs is to toggle Jak's goatee. So if we turn that on, then Jak, he's clean shaven. But I don't like that. So I'm gonna turn that back off. There we go, much better. Anyway, our exit is just up here, so let's hightail it the ever-living hell out of here. Woo!
We're free, Jak! Thanks to me. Nice to breathe some fresh air, huh? We'll get that Baron Praxis guy, all right.
I know, by the looks of this place, it doesn't look like the air's all that fresh. Look, there's people everywhere. There weren't people everywhere back in the first game. This is too different. Anyway, moving on ahead here.
Hello, strangers. My name is Kor. May I help you?
You look like a reasonably smart man. I want information. Where the hell am I?
Sorry. He's new to the whole conversation thing.
Well, my angry young friend, you are a guest of His Majesty, Baron Praxis, the ruler of glorious Haven City.
I was just a guest in the good Baron's prison.
Inside a cell or inside the city, walls surround us both. We are all his prisoners. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'd move on if I were you.
By order of His Eminence, the Grand Protector of Haven City, Baron Praxis, everyone in this section is hereby under arrest for suspicion of harboring underground fugitives. Surrender and die!
Excuse me, sir. Don't you mean surrender or die?
Not in this city. Protect us from these guards, and I'll introduce you to someone who can help you.
Well, that escalated quickly. Alright, let's do it, dirty work. Oh yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Dark Jak. His melee combat potential is greatly increased. He has a lot more reach. He's got Dark Eco spewing out from every orifice and just hitting everything just for, you know, splash damage, kind of. It's awesome.
That was cool. Do it again.
Something's happening to me. Something he did. I can't control it.
Very impressive.
You okay, Jak?
What you just did was very brave. This child is important.
This kid? He looks kind of scruffy.
You are in a restricted zone. Move along!
Thank you for your help, but I must get this boy to safety.
Hey! What about us?
There is an underground group waging war against Baron Praxis. Its leader, the Shadow, could use fighters like you. Go to the slums, find a dead-end alley near the city wall. Ask for Torn. He can help you.
Seal off the area.
Well then, I guess we got an objective now. Is something going to interrupt me? It feels like something's going to interrupt me.
The city map is displayed in the lower right. Follow the icons on the map to reach important destinations.
There we go. That's the series I know and love, interrupting my commentary at every turn. I do find it funny how a bunch of guys came by saying that everyone in this sector is like under arrest and has to die, but then the next guy comes along and is like, "Hey, just get out of here." Anyway, but we're getting a prompt to use stuff, so let's use it.
To the city transportation system. You can hover in one of two zones, low and high. Try switching hover zones.
I don't know how well you can actually hear the tutorial lady there, but yeah, we're now in some kind of vehicle, and we can switch between hover zones by pressing R2.
Switching hover zones may help avoid traffic or ground obstacles.
But this is pretty much the zoomers of this game. They control pretty much the same way, except now we've got hover zones. We got the high hover zone where all the traffic is. You won't run into any guards up here, but the streets are a little more congested. Down here, you won't run into any cars, but you can run into guards, and doing that, they will start chasing after you. So we need to hightail it. Luckily, our objective is just over this way. Torn, eh? Let's see what we're getting ourselves into.
We're looking for a guy named Torn. Core sent us. Are you Torn?
Maybe this guy's a mute, like you used to be.
New faces make me nervous. Word is you're out to join the fight for the city. You know, picking the wrong side could be unhealthy.
We want to see the Shadow.
Not likely. If you want to join something, why don't you and your pet go join the circus? Unless you've got the fur for a really tough task. Steal the Baron's banner from the top of the ruined tower and bring it back to me. Then, maybe we'll talk.
So remember what I was saying about this game being more mission-based? Yeah. So it's not like in the first game where we pretty much had free reign of all the areas that we could access at that point in time and just do whatever we want. No, we got a linear story progression here based off of missions that are given to us in each cutscene. There will be some branching points, sure, but for the most part, we're kind of along a straight path. And for the time being, we're kind of restricted to a certain section of the city. So we can't go through...
Entrance denied. You do not have proper clearance.
Yeah, it looks like a hologram and everyone else is going through just fine, but we cannot. Not yet anyway. We'll be able to later on. Well, Actually, pretty shortly later on, I mean. I think I'm using the wrong control because my R2 button is not working the way I want it to. Maybe I'm not hitting it hard enough. These are all controllers, so... I probably should mention that. So if this game is looking a little bit lesser in the terms of graphical fidelity, that is because I'm recording this directly off my PS2. It is being somewhat upscaled through this little device is called a Pound. I think it was I want to say it was Limited Run Games that shipped these things out, and I love it. It's upscaling all my PS2 games into an HD format, so I can actually record them with my Elgato. But yeah, probably not as clean as if I played directly off the PS4, but I wanted to play it directly off the PS2. It's more authentic this way. Anyway, welcome to Dead Town. Take a wild guess as to why it is called this. If your answer is because the plants look like they're in serious need of watering, yeah, that's right, yeah. We've got these little guys around. Now, we've seen Dark Jak in action, and we don't have the ability to call him on at will yet, but at least for the time being, I do want to stock up on Dark Eco so I can call him on if the situation so desires it. And pretty much any enemy you defeat will drop them. The Crimson Guards won't, but most other things will. The Guards will probably drop other stuff that you can't really take advantage of yet, which is why they're not dropping it. Anyway. But this is a little more like Jak and Daxter, we know. A couple enemies here and there, a bit of platforming around. This is a very old-looking place. It's a kind of place that's kind of fun to just run and jump around. I feel right at home here. There's another reason why you should feel right at home here, but we're not going to find that out for a few hours. May I also point out the game's dynamic soundtrack and just how it changes depending on the situation. I don't know if you heard it very well, but out in the regular city area, out in Haven City, the music changed to be have a lot more percussion, to be a little more upbeat when we got into a vehicle. And just then, when we were surrounded by enemies, we had some strings coming in, more like trying to really tense up the situation. I long jumped over this. I shouldn't have done that to show that off. Anyway. Climbing up this tower here. And watch out, some of these crumble. And this place looked like it's been falling apart since we first stepped in here, so yeah. Alright, more of these beams. Just jump off and I nearly did the same thing I did back in Spider Caves. I really need to watch where exactly I'm pulling on the analog stick. I've learnt that lesson. So jumping off is easy, and you can double jump out of that as well to get a little more control over where you're going. Yeah. And we're almost there already. We're pretty much at the top of that ruined tower that Torn was talking about, and there's the banner. Alright.
Guess you guys are in.
Let that cutscene set the stage for this game. We've just gone through a, pretty simple platforming challenge, much like what we'd see back in the first game. And when we got our objective, we heard the usual pickup jingle for the power cells. But, you'll find it kind of went out of tune at the end and kind of died out. And that tower, it's gone now. It's crumbled to ashes. Well, not ashes, into rubble. This is a very, very different Jak game. We're still going to have plenty of platforming and a lot of the same combat for the most part.
We need to go back to the city, Jak.
This is a whole different ballpark than what we're used to. Like I said, very mission-based, very story-heavy, much more linear, and there's a bunch of other stuff we haven't encountered yet that's really gonna, hammer that in. But this is still a good game nonetheless. If it wasn't, well, I mean, I can still like a game that's not exactly good, but if I didn't like this game, I wouldn't be playing it. So, yeah. But in any case, I think that'll just about do it. I mean, for a first episode, we've actually done a little more than I expected. I mean, whatever the hell happened to us at the start, then we busted it. Shut up, Dax. Then we busted out of prison and drove through the city and, you know, destroyed a tower. Yeah, I think that's some pretty good progress. So next time on Let's Play Jak II, we're going to head back to the underground hideout to talk with Torn and see what it is we have to do next. Dax, you're going to say something else, aren't you? Give him a sec. He's gonna... He always does this. I can feel when he's about to just step in when I really don't want him to. You're taking longer than I thought you would. He does actually say one more thing, which is why I'm... Come on.
Let's go back to the underground hideout.
There it is. Okay, as annoyed as I stand at Dax here, he's actually nowhere near as bad as he was in the first game. So, yeah. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching. Now, until next time, guys, my name is Matt Omega, and I'll see you guys later.